Good morning, students. In the last video, I have explained the steps involved in the preparation of fund flow statement. There are 4 steps involved in the preparation of fund flow statement. I have explained the format. Now we'll solve the problems related to those steps. So this is the first problem that is related to the first step of the calculation of fund flow statement, that is preparation of schedule of changes in working capital. See the problem. From the following information provided by Messrs. Anandi Company Limited on 31st December 2014 and 31st December 2015, construct a schedule of changes in working capital. So here they have given the balance sheet information of 2 years, that is 2014 and 2015. See the balance sheet of Messrs. Anandi Company 2014 and 2015. So we'll solve the problem simultaneously. So here see the solution. So the solution is the format. See this schedule of changes in working capital. They have given 2 years information. So particular 2014 2015 schedule of changes in working capital, increase, decrease. So first we have to record the current assets, right? In order to calculate the schedule of changes in working capital, we need current assets and current liabilities. So we'll take that. See here the asset side. First we'll consider the asset side. So first one is land. Land is a fixed asset, so don't consider that. Next is building. Building is also fixed asset, so don't consider that. Next, plant and machinery, so it is also fixed asset, don't consider that. Next is inventory. So here inventory means it is a closing stock, so closing stock is a current asset, so we have to consider that. In 2014 we have 1,25,000, in 2015 we have 75,000, so we have to record this here. So here the inventories in 2014 1,25,000, in 2015 75,000. So record that. The next current asset is that see the sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is how much they have given here. The sundry debtors is 1,50,000 in 2014, then 2 lakh in 2015. So we have to record that here in the solution. So sundry debtors 1,50,000 and 2 lakh, record that. So the next one is the next asset is that cash at bank. So in 2014 70,000, 2015 1,70,000. So we have to record that here. Cash at bank 70,000, 1,70,000. The next one is the next asset is the prepaid expenses. So it is also current asset 7,000 and 5,000. So record that here. Prepaid expenses 7,000 and 5,000. So we have recorded all the current assets. Next we have to make a total of this. So it is 3,52,000 and this side it is 4,50,000. So this is the total current assets, that is A. Next we have to record the current liabilities, that is the B. So we'll see in the problem what and all current liabilities we have. We have done with the assets, that is current assets. Next is the liabilities. So equity share capital, it is not a current liability. Then profit and loss account, no. Then 6% debenture is also not a current liability. Then sundry creditors. So sundry creditor is a current liability. In 2014 we have 90,000, in 2015 we have 65,000. So we have to record that here. The current liabilities, sundry creditors 90,000 and 65,000. So record that. Next one is the next current liability is bills payable. How much we have? 10,000 and 10,000. So here there is no difference. So record that here bills payable 10,000 and 10,000. And the next one is the last one is the outstanding expenses 2,000 and 5,000. So record that outstanding expenses 2,000 and 5,000. So now make a total of this. You will get 1,02,000 and here it is 80,000. That is total current liabilities. That is B. Next we have to calculate C. What is that? Changes in working capital. That is A minus B. A is the total current assets and the A is the total current assets and B is the total current liabilities. So A minus B will be like 3,52,000 and 1,02,000. You will get 2,50,000. Then 4,50,000 and 80,000. You will get 3,70,000. Now we have to find out. So here we have found out the working capital. Next we'll calculate the changes in the working capital, whether it is increase or decrease. We'll start from the current assets. So we'll start from here. Current assets. So first here 2014 we have 1,25,000. 2015 it is 75,000. That means there is a decrease of 50,000, right? So we have to remember those four rules in while calculating the schedule of changes in working capital. The first rule is that if the current assets decreases means there will be a decrease in the working capital. So record under decrease 50,000. That is the difference. Next is the sundry debtors. So 1,50,000 in 2014, 2 lakh in 2015. So here also it is there is a difference of 50,000, but here it is increased. So current asset is increasing means we have to record in increase. The working capital is also increasing. Next is cash at bank. Here it is 70,000 and 1,70,000. So this also there is an increase of 1 lakh. So if current asset is increasing means we have to record under increase. That means working capital is also increasing. And the last one is the prepaid expense, that is 7,000 and 5,000. Here there is a decrease of 2,000 compared to previous year. So 2,000 decrease. If current asset is decreasing means working capital is also decreasing. We have to write the difference 2,000 in decrease column. Next we'll consider the current liabilities, that is sundry creditors. So here it is 90,000 and here it is 65,000. Here it is decrease in the current liabilities. If current liabilities are decreasing means there is an increase in the working capital. So it is the opposite of the current assets here. So here it is current liabilities are decreasing, that means the working capital is increasing. So we have to write the difference in the increase column. Next bills payable. Here it is 10,000 and 10,000. So there is no decrease or increase difference. So don't write here, it is nil. Next outstanding expenses. So here it is 2,000 and 5,000. That means there is an increase of how much? What is the difference? 3,000, right? So here the current liabilities are increasing means so the opposite happens to working capital. The working capital will decrease. So write that here under decrease. So we have calculated all the changes in the working capital. Now we'll see the last one, that is increase or decrease in the working capital. How to calculate that? See here 2,50,000 in 2014 and here it is 3,70,000. Which side is more? Here, right? So write the total both the sides. So the difference will come to 2014, that is 1,20,000. Here it is increased 2,50,000 in 2014 and 3,70,000 in 2015. There is a increase in the working capital. So write that increase in working capital. How much it is increased? 1,20,000 is increased. So now this same 1 lakh. Now here we have to calculate the changes here. Record. Make a total of increase. Here it is 1,75,000. So write that 1,75,000 both the sides. The difference is 1,20,000. It will come under decrease column. So here this difference and this difference should be equal. So like that we have to calculate the schedule of changes in the working capital. So this is the first step to calculate the fund flow statement. Thank you.